Alrighty, what's up everybody? My peeps, what's going on, you sexy bitches? It is I, your travel god of extreme, Peter Joseph here for video number 2. On this getting close to late Saturday night, August the 24th, 2024, or if you're watching on the replay for all my replay crew, you great sexy people over there, it is now August the 25th, 2024, as we begin the final week of August. As next weekend will be Labor Day weekend, the unofficial end of summer. So we got one week left unofficially of summer. Well, we got 3 official weeks left, but they just call it the unofficial end of summer because it's Labor Day weekend. But it is what it is, and all you kiddies will be going back to school if you haven't already. So the summer is over. I am in command. Just remember that. No, not command, I'm just talking about Twisted Sister. And that's pretty much it. But anyway, thank you all for watching on the show. Killer Demon 669, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, hit the bell for more. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to share the video all over the internet. And all that good shit that you all know and love. And that's pretty much it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is late, I'm getting this video, pre-recording these videos now at like 2:55 in the morning. So as soon as I'm done, I'm going to bed for a little bit, and then I'm going to get up, have some breakfast, and I'll get ready for All In 3. Coming your way in pretty much 10 hours and 4 minutes here in the Eastern Time Zone. Pre-show at 11, nobody's going to watch that. It's only 2 matches. But you know Tony Khan's going to have 16 more. And we already got 11 matches total. So it might be one, maybe 3 extra matches on the pre-show to make it 14. But I don't know. But the main show starts at 1. Supposedly, the media scrum starts at 5, from what I've seen on the AEW YouTube page, that the media scrum is supposed to start at 5 Eastern, or at least start, but not when Tony Khan takes like 6 hours to freaking get to the podium, but so about 5, I would say by 5:15, 5:30, so I think the main show is going to go from 1 to probably about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. So, it's going to be a long day tomorrow if you're in the British time zone or you're in the Eastern time zone. If you want to watch the pre-show starting at 11, go do that. If you don't, then sleep in for a little bit and get up about 12, have a nice little breakfast, and then get ready for a couple hours of AEW wrestling at All In 3. And that's pretty much it. But we'll talk about my predictions for All In right after this video on TTC episode number 37 over on my Shadow Slayer channel. I meant TTC, what was I saying? The Shadow Slayer 2.0 episode 37. We're pretty much done with the Gilmore Chronicles era. We'll come back? Who knows? But we got that. Alright, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, on this late Saturday night, we're in the Met shirt. Big Met win today. Yes! 7-1. Frankie Lindor, not 1, but 2 piss missiles. One of them a Grand Salami with extra cheese on it. So, Francisco Lindor making a great case to be the MVP this year. And I think it'll be the. I know there's been other Met MVPs. I think it was Strawberry. I think one was Strawberry. I think the other ones. I forget the other one. I think it's only been one, maybe a couple of Mets that have been MVPs for the season. But I know Strawberry, I think, was one, and I think it wasn't DeGrom. I think it was David Wright. I forget. But whatever. But Francisco Lindor, might make some history, might not make history, but, but he'll give the Mets another MVP, and maybe take them to the playoffs and beyond, or who knows. But right now, big win for the Mets, today, 7-1. Well, coming off Friday's horrible loss at 7-0. So, the rubber game of the series, the final game of the series tomorrow at, I believe, 4 o'clock in the Eastern time zone. So, probably by the time all in is done, most of the Met game will be underway. Might watch the end of it before I go out to Sunday dinner and everything. Blah, 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 blah. So, we'll see what happens with that, and move on. As far as preseason football goes, where pretty much the preseason's over, the annual Jet-Giant game, where, well, the Jets wiped the floor of the Giants tonight. Woo! That was a beatdown. And, my dad is not a happy camper because he's a Giant fan. I'm a Jet fan, so I had to stick it in his face tomorrow. Ah! But it is what it is. I know we got the Jets and the Niners on Monday Night Football, September the 9th. Doesn't matter who wins, I still win. But, the Jets win, it's all good. The Niners win, still all good. So, I don't win, I win, and I don't lose much. That's always betting, but... Well, yeah, I gotta bet because fantasy football's pretty much about to start, so... I got that. Got my draft coming up this week. Ugh. I better get a good number one pick. I don't pick first usually, but I know somebody's gonna if somebody doesn't take Brock Purdy in the first couple of rounds, couple of picks, I'm gonna be like, haha, give me. I'll take Brock Purdy. I'll take the Niners defense. I'll even take Jake Moody as my kicker. I'm gonna roll the dice with Jake Moody this year. He did so good last year, except for that Super Bowl flunky, garbage fucking point attempt. That wasn't really his fault. Still, he kicks that field goal. We're talking about, the Kansas City Chiefs coming back to win that fucking Super Bowl. But, it is what it is. It's the past of the past. Past the past, and now we're rolling on to the 2024/2025 football season in the NFL. In the league they play for pay. That's pretty much it. And it's true. I don't just say that as a catchphrase. It's actually a catchphrase. The NFL is the league where they play for pay. And if you talk about hockey, they play for pain. Pretty much. But that's coming up in a couple weeks. Pretty much, I think it's, 3 weeks from this Wednesday, I believe, is the Rangers' first preseason game. Not that I care about the preseason, but all I care about is Game 1 at the Garden against St. Louis. Salt Lake City, the new team that used to be the Phoenix Coyotes or the Arizona Coyotes, whatever the fuck you want to call them. So we got that. So I am definitely going to that game. I think it's on that Sunday. Hopefully it's not during. I gotta look at the schedule and where Wrestle Dream is. I think Wrestle Dream's on a Saturday. So if it's on a Saturday, I don't have to worry about it. But if it's on Sunday, then I'm gonna have to probably miss Wrestle Dream. Or watching in the VIP lounge, but it is what it is, and that's that. But we'll talk about that in a couple months from now. Let's get to, before we get to All In, let's get to the go-home show for AEW Collision. This is your AEW Collision review for August the 24th, 2024. Tape, by the way. Because they don't do live shows like 1 o'clock in the morning in the UK, so it is what it is. Anyway, so speaking of, the UK, we're in Cardiff, Wales, once again, at the Utilita Arena. Jam-packed. Crowd was electric. As you know, those international crowds, they really give the United States crowds a run for their money. But they'll never beat New York. Sorry, Puerto Rico. I love you guys in Puerto Rico, Issa and everybody, but you don't hold a candle to New York. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, moving on. Alright, so we have Tony Baloney Schiavone and Nigel McGuinness, me love, on commentary. Nigel getting a big reaction, as he should, because he's from England. And that's it. Alright, so we start off with match number 1. We have a tag team. I believe a tag team. Is this a tag team match? I don't even know, but we have the conglomeration of the Ring of Honor World Champion Mark Briscoe, the Funky Chicken. Reach for that sky, boy. Jay Briscoe. Get that. We also had Crushy Squeeze, Orange Juice, Orange Cassidy, and I think Tomohiro Ishii, not Ishii, it's Ishii. See, Arcady got it right. All these other commentators, it's wrong. It's Ishii. The other I is silent. Unless you're in Japan. But that's another story for another time. Alright, so oh, no, not Ishii. So it was Kyle O'Reilly Auto Parts. Ishii at ringside. Blah, 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 blah. Taking on the Undisputed Kingdom of I'm Matt Taven. If you don't like Matt Taven, you're a fucking Melvin. The man who punches people in the dick, gives him a power driver. That's Michael Kanellis Bennett. And Roderick Strong. This was a pretty decent match. I'm going to just paraphrase because it's late and I want to go to bed. So, back and forth match they went. We get, during the match, we get a blockbuster off the apron by Mark Briscoe, because he's nuts. Then we get a dragon screw leg whip between the ropes, ow, to Mike Bennett, and a King Kong knee. I forget by who, but anyway. I think it was by Mark. And then Mark goes up, hits Froggy Boo on Mike Bennett. Then Orange Cassidy hits the orange elbow, that lazy, shoulder top rope. And Matt Taven had to break up the pin. And then the Undisputed Kingdom come back. Rolling elbow by Mike Bennett, the Orange Cassidy. Goes for a Death Valley driver, gets blocked. And then OC with a Stun Dog Millionaire to Mike Bennett. But Matt Taven's there for just a tip. That's what she said. Who is she? I don't know. Gonna find that woman. Anyway, Death Valley driver by Mike Bennett to Kyle O'Reilly, and then another just a tip. I mean, damn, you gotta put it in. Put it in. Just put it, goddammit. Put it back, pull it out. There's a song called In and Out. I forgot the name. Who sings that goddamn song? In and Out. Oh, but well, Van Halen did a song called In and Out. I think on OU812. The great Van Hagar albums, OU812, 5150, but that's Eddie Van Halen's studio name, but it is what it is. No, I think 5150, then it was OU812, then the ever popular Fuck album for Lawful Carnal Knowledge, then an actual good title, Balance, and that was pretty much the end of the Van Hagar albums. Well, besides the greatest hits, the first one, and then the Best of Both Worlds double CD with some extra tunes from Diamond David and I think one by Sammy. That was that. And then I think in between that was Van Halen 3 with Gary Sharon of Extreme. Not so good, Al! I'm not talking about Alex Van Halen either. And then Dave came back with New Tattoo. I didn't even like that album. And that was it. That was the last actual studio album by Van Halen. And pretty much they were doing, they were touring, just doing old hits, not anything even from the Van Hagar era, which sucked. I mean, Sammy Hagar was doing his stuff, his Van Hagar stuff with Michael Anthony and Chickenfoot, and then Sammy Hagar in the Circle, which it is right now, or the Sammy Hagar Band, whatever you want to call him now. So he's doing the Van Hagar stuff, not much. Like he dabbles in the Van Roth era, but not too much. But mostly it's Van Hagar and a little bit of his stuff sprinkled in. I can't drive 55. Okay, I can't sing like Sammy, but it is what it is. I try. But anyway, moving on. Where was I? So we get Just a Tip twice. So we get that for a near fall. Roddy wants a Tiger Bomb, not Tiger Driver, Tiger Bomb on Kyle, but he transitions into a guillotine choke. And then Kyle goes for a heel hook, and then everybody breaks up everybody's submissions. Then we get a big knee by Kyle to Matt Taven, and then a Uranagi, say that 5 times fast, backbreaker by Roddy, the messiah of the backbreaker. Then a diving DDT off the top by Mr. Orange Cassidy. Then a spine buster by Michael Canales-Bennett. Everybody's going crazy. Mark Briscoe with a shotgun dropkick. Then he sets up a chair in the ring. Like, where is the freaking DQ? The ref's like, I'll allow it. I'm like, stop. You're not Mills Insane. Okay? Stop it. That's that. So anyway, Mark sets up a chair, thinks he's Sabu, and hits basically Air Briscoe, takes out Roddy and Mike Bennett, and then Matt Taven comes in with a Bulldog Driver on Kyle O'Reilly in the ring for a near fall, but Kyle comes right back and locks Matt Taven in dives onto a guillotine choke and puts Matt Taven to sleep. And they get the win. So the Conglomeration get the win. Another win for those guys. And girl, where they have Willow Nightingale in there now with Ishii. It's just a weird, just random people group. It is what it is. Alright, match was okay. 3 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. Moving on. Alright, then we get a nice video package for the AEW World Trios Championship. We got the wildcard match in our main event tonight with 2 members of the Blackpool Cuck Club, Claudio Castagnoli and William Yuta, teaming up with that bastard Pac. To take on, who they take on? Who they take on? I have it in my notes. I don't know where my notes are. I have to look at my notes again. Give me 1 second. I think what knife. Let me go to my other notes here. Blah 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 blah. All right, let's go to this one. Let's go to here. I have 2 sets of notes. One is full, and one is like just gibber. Mini bullet points basically. Bullet Club? No, bullet points. Get that. Oh, that. Oh, it was that. Well, not the House. I was about to say the House of Black, but they're already in there. For the London ladder match for the trios titles, we got the Patriarchy, House of Black, the Bang Bang Gang, Guns Up, and the winner of the Fatal 4-Way, which was, let me just go to my end notes, my bullet points here. It was Top Flight and, well, not Top Flight, Andretti. It was Top Flight and Leo Rush. But we'll get to that in a minute. Let's get back to the start of the show. Alright, so, the Conglomeration get the win, and the match of the day, 3 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, then like I said, we get a video package for the London ladder, Fatal 4-Way London ladder match for the Trios titles is going to be insane. Insane. But we'll talk about that later. Alright, match number 2, we go to the ladies of AEW. One 2D Patootie and one hot piece of Aish. Well, we get to the hot piece of Aish. That's Harley Cameron, Danny L. Scrumptious. Anyway, she takes on the Western Fun Girl, Willow Nightingale. I can't do the kick because I'm sitting down, but... So, she comes out, the CMLL Women's Champion, with her partner, Tomohiro Ishii, who still on commentary. I'm like, wait, he was on commentary for the first match? I didn't even see him. It's hard to miss. Hard to miss a guy that has no neck. But it is what it is. Alright, so Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron, a non-title match. 4 minutes exactly, by the way. Back and forth they went. So Willow was in control for the most part. Harley comes back with a side Russian leg sweep for a 1 count. Willow gets Harley on her shoulders. Harley counts with soul food. And hits a running kick for a near fall. Then some elbows to the side of the neck. Ow. And then Willow starts to hulk up, brother. She's hulking up, brother. She's eating her. She's taking all the vitamins. She's saying her prayers. And she's believing the almighty Hulk Hogan, brother. No, she didn't hit the leg drop either. And she didn't go, Yoo! Anyway. So Willow starts hulking up. And then she hits a right hand. And then basically finishes off Harley Cameron, who hasn't won a goddamn match in AEW. Still looks good, though. And Tony Schiavone's like, oh, she's on a roll! Yeah, a roll of losses, you think? When is she ever going to get a win? And when she does get that first win, Tony Schiavone's going to go berserk. By God! If only Jim Ross was, in better health, and he was doing commentary with Schiavone, and, freaking JR would go, by God almighty, Tony Schiavone, she got the win, Tony! By God almighty, what a win! And then Tony Schiavone's like, this is the greatest thing I ever seen! Tony, you're my boy and all, but you need to, just chill for a little bit. How can you say a jobber is on a roll? Just saying. It sounds weird and... What? Come on! What are we missing? Tony just he called a Blue Thunder Bomb he called I think it was a Babe with a power bomb. He called it a Blue Thunder Bomb. It's not a Blue Thunder Bomb! Tony, you've been in the business for 90 years? And you don't know the difference between a Blue Thunder Bomb and an actual gut wrench into a power bomb? Come on now, dude. Do I have to take your job? I think I have to, because I can do way better commentary than Tony Schiavone and Jim Ross combined. Just put me and Joe Cronin on the AEW freaking panel already. Get rid of these old farts that don't know anything. Hunter? Tony? Mr. Obali-san? Mr. Obali-san. Arigato. Anyway. Yeah, I love Japan. Especially those ladies. Anyway, moving on. Oh, by the way, speaking of hot Japanese chicks, Mina Shirakawa, my girl, my fifth wife, well, actually my fourth wife, I rounded it up. Anyway, Mina Shirakawa became the undisputed British champion, women's champion. I didn't even know there was a British women's championship. But what promotion, I don't even know. But, congrats to my girl Mina. More gold around her gorgeous, sexy, freaking Asian waist. So talked about just the tip. I don't do just the tip with Mina. Or any of my Asian chicks and the missus, of course, too. So, moving on. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, so Willow gets the win with the Babe with a powerbomb. 1, 2, 3. 4 minutes later. Good night. Alright, so she's, her and, she goes over to Ishii's like, hey, hug. Give me a hug. So they're all ready for, Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway, which we'll get into in a little bit, with their little promo. With this match, I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, after that, Lexi Nair's in the back, introduces us to our official MCs for the pay-per-view tomorrow. It's Private Party of Isaiah Cassidy, Can I Get a and Mark Quinn. So they're there. They're on the phone to their assistant, Soquisha. Where do they get these names? I mean, Shanae from back in the Martin days. Okay, Martin, okay, Shanae, okay. You know. Anyway, so they talk to their assistant, Soquisha, whoever that is, and, they head off again, and then Lexi introduces Spanish God, Sammy Guevara, and Dustin Rhodes, your new Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. They're gonna issue an open challenge, tomorrow. Oh, so that's an extra match. Not even on, I'm looking at Wikipedia, it's not even there. Unless, I might have to, do I have to restart? Let me belch first, but, really, right now, I do not see a Ring of Honor tag team match tomorrow. For the titles. All you see is a 10-man tag team match with them, Shibata, and the Von Erichs, 2/3 of the Trios Championship, taking on the Undisputed Kingdom and the Cage of Agony in a 10-man tag. On a pre-show. No Ring of Honor tag team match. So I'm like, what are you talking about? An open challenge for tomorrow. Unless it gets, can't get added, so. Unless Dustin and Sammy gotta do double duty. Well, it could happen, but. Oh, maybe it wasn't for the tag team titles. Maybe I read it, okay, I read it wrong, I'm sorry. So anyway, they got an open challenge. They're not coming alone. Dustin says tomorrow it'll be Sammy, himself, the Von Erichs, and Shibata. And Shibata will be an honorary Texan. There are Japanese people in Texas. A black sheriff? But it worked in Blazing Saddles. Oh, right. History of Western Civilization, Volume 2. Just saying. I think that's from that movie. I forgot what that line's from. Anyway, it's a great line. Anyway, so Shibata goes on a speaking spell and says, I will wrestle them, I win. See what I did there? Shibata's probably is going to be taking the team out for sushi after the show. We go for sushi! Oh, we have fun to be a cowboy! Yeah! Lasso! Sushi later! Ha! Okay. Moving on with that. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Damn, my freaking leg is itchy. A freaking mosquito bite or something. Or some type of bite. Probably was a mosquito bite. It's summer, so. I read something that in Boston, all you great people in Boston, you gotta be, concerned because, I think I read something like the zoo or the parks are gonna be, pretty much closed at night because there's a new encephalitis, mosquito virus out now in Massachusetts. Oh, great. Can't kill these goddamn mosquitoes every freaking summer. And then they don't tell you when they're spraying until like the last minute. There was the other night I I saw one of the trucks come by. It was like 8:30 at night. No mention of it. And then I had to look. I looked later on on my neighborhood app. I'm like, oh, 8:30, we're gonna be spraying. I hate when they tell you things at the very last minute. I fucking hate that shit. That's one of my pet peeves. You know, everybody has a pet peeve. That's one of them. When people tell me, oh, change plans at the last fucking minute, or tell me things at the last fucking minute. Missy. I hate when people do that. It just grinds my gears. Like Peter Griffin was like, you know what grinds my gears? That's what really grinds my gears. People telling me things at the last fucking minute. I just want to grab them like, ah! Smack them right in the fucking face. I just like, I had plans. Come on. I'm out the door. Oh, can't go to the party now. Why? Oh, it's canceled. Since when? Since now. What do you mean now? When was then? No, we're at now. Everything that's happening right now is happening right now. What happened to then? We missed it. That is confusing when they talk about it in Spaceballs. What happened to then? Who? When? Why? Now. I love Spaceballs, man. It's just a timeless classic. If you hate it, fuck you. Alright, moving on. Alright, so not the conglomeration, but Dustin's group of Texans gets a honorary Texan in Shibata to take on the Cage of Agony and the Undisputed Kingdom in a 10-man tag on the pre-show. That should be fun. Not. Well, speaking of one member of that group, match number 3, Katsuyori Shibata taking on Black Machismo. Ooh, yeah! Dig it! Jay Lethal along with the original player from the Himalaya, Mr. Sanjay Dutt at ringside, Dustin and Spanish God Sammy Guevara at ringside. Lethal had Satnam Singh, the big Jolly Green Giant, at ringside. How can you miss a giant? You can see him? Well, how can you see a half butt-naked Indian? Oh, that's from Wayne's World 2. Jim? Cool. Sand. If you book them, they will come. Hi, my name is Wayne Campbell. I'm not mental or anything, but I'm throwing a concert called Wayne Stock. I never liked Wayne's World 2. It was good, but it was like parts of it just like weird. And that one was weird. You could see him? How can you miss a half-naked Indian? And he's not from Cleveland. Anyway. Moving on. Alright, so this match was very, very good. I liked this a lot. Eventually Shibata gets the win with a cross arm breaker and made Jay Lethal tap out. Shibata signaled for the claw at one point, applied it onto Jay Lethal, which made Dustin and the Von Erichs a little bit happy. So he has the claw on like this, and he transitions to the arm bar, the cross arm breaker, and Lethal tapped immediately in under 10 minutes. Match was great, 3.25 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Shibata helps Lethal up, extends his hand. Lethal's like, has his hand like this, like, okay, I'll shake your hand. So, nice code of honor. You'd love to see it. Need more of that in wrestling. Moving on. Alright, then we go to Creator Pro. Hey! Those fine men and women in Strong Island, New York. Go see them. at the Creative Pro Wrestling Academy. So we go there, we see a bunch of Creative Pro wrestlers. I think I recognize a couple of them. Anyway, Chris Statlander is giving Stokely some wrestling training like he needs it. If you haven't seen Stokely in Evolve, then you know. So she gives him a pep talk. Then he's wrestling some of the Creative Pro, like, rookies, or maybe some of them are seasoned veterans. And he's very good. He is. Basically, she says, get in your booster seat and strap up, because Mama's gonna take you to school. Hey now. Stokely, you pimp. Anyway, Stokely gets a pinfall victory over some rookie. Basically, like he did a body slam. He did some good moves. So he's not just a guy that can't wrestle. He can actually wrestle. Because I don't know if is a trainer at Creative Pro. I know Statlander, well, we know she's been there, done that, among other people that came out of the Creative Pro Wrestling Academy. MJF, Anthony Bowens, Max Caster, The Acclaimed. Who else, that I can remember? Dave, Grimm's Toy Show was actually at Creative Pro, a couple of shows. As always, I think he lost one match, I think he won one, but who cares about Dave? Because GTS is just boring now, I'm sorry. I used to get into it back in the day, but now it's just, they're recycling all the current WWE storylines. His wife, Tina, now in this love triangle with some chick named Lacey, who looks like he says she looks like Liv Morgan's twin sister. I mean, I can see the resemblance in the face, but I don't think they're actually related. If they are, good for them, but still. I mean, Grimm cheating on Tina possibly cheating on her with Lacey. Then he had some chick named Vicky, looked like a porn star. And then Tina walks in on them, basically almost having sex. Or really Grimm was like, motorboating the chick. I mean, come on. It's just regurgitated. Bleh. I know it's backyard wrestling, but still. I mean, come on. It's not like the GTS from way back in the day. When I first started watching it with my good buddy Pete Corvus and Tommy Salami, they were just kicking ass every freaking show. Now, Pete and Tommy are in different, they got lives, actually, They got jobs, and, I know Pete wrestles for SWF at times, and then some other promotions. Tommy, I think, sometimes wrestles for SWF. I don't see him much, but, because I think both live in, I don't know, I think Pete lives in Brooklyn, and Tommy lives in Staten Island, something like that. And then the referee, Four Eyes referee. Well, he has a name, but I'm not going to say his name, but... I miss the old school GTS. With, Ju-Hop dressed up as El Generico. I miss the days when Dave was, was with Barbara, heel wife. And then, hung out with the kids and everything. It was fun, and then... I think Barbara saw how Dave was being such a schmuck. Barbara said, bye-bye, so long, farewell, I'm getting out of here. Take the kids with me. And then Dave got with Quarantina, or Tina. Now they've been, who knows what, they're still they're together, but, they're making it, Dave's making it out that they're not together, they're trying to work on their relationship, because Grimm is freaking just hogging the spotlight. He doesn't want to put people over. People want him to lose the belt. You're like, I don't want to lose the belt. The show's going to go downhill. It's already going downhill. It's been going downhill for years. And then, on today's show, Onslaught got legit injured. I was watching, it was in the chat. I know some people from East's chat was like, oh, I saw you in the chat. Yeah, I thought Onslaught's injury was fake. And then Grim comes in and says, watch it back, you hear a snap. So, what I did was, I reviewed it. I did hear a snap, but I thought it was a splat. So, Onslaught legit broke his ankle or something like that. So they stopped the match with Manabo and everything, but I thought it was fake. But on further review, I needed a further review. Upon further review, I need another review. Give me another box. Anyway. Alright, so we got that. Alright, so Stokely beats this Hammernager. They celebrate. And then Statlander says, I'm going to embarrass you, Willow, on the biggest stage of the year. Well, the winner of the match gets to name the stipulation for All Out between Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale for the CMLL Women's Championship. I think, I'll get to the predictions later, but I'm probably going to be like some type of no disqualification street fight, something like that. Knowing what they've been through, they've had hardcore matches with Anna Jay and Ty Conti, or Sammy Guevara's hot-looking wife, Ty Conti, or Ty Guevara, whatever you want to call it. So we got that. So we gotta get some type of hardcore match and All Out. It's gonna be insane. But we'll see. Alright, so speaking of Statlander and Stokely Hathaway, they're in match number 4, a mixed tag team match between London's own Nina Samuels of Progress Wrestling and also Kid Lycos 2. Hey, what happened to 1? 6? What happened to 5? What happened to 7? Just kidding. Thank you. Have a nice day. Another Spaceballs reference. Anyway, moving on. This match barely lasted a minute. It was a minute garbage fest, and Stokely did a couple moves, and then Statlander, she hits a TKO on Lycos the second. Then she was Babe with a power bomb. Just watch this, Willow. And then Statlander picks up Stokely and suplexes him onto this Hammernager, Lycos 2. 1, 2, 3 to get the win in a minute. Match gave a dud. Boring. That's that. Alright, after match, Stokely grabs the mic and says that was a preview of what's going to happen tomorrow night at All In. You just witnessed the greatest tag team in the world in action. Sorry. Stokely says the winner tomorrow gets to pick the stipulation for All Out, like I mentioned. And he says, when we destroy both Willow and Ishii, their careers will be just like the food here in England. Absolutely rubbish, mate. I don't know about that. I've had some bangers and mash in my time. Not the greatest, but still. Hey, if you want to go old school, go Ozzy's route and have beans on toast. I don't eat beans, but it's just nasty looking. I was like, you eat this stuff? Oh, sure! Eat it! No, I'll just order a hamburger. Give me some. Yeah, I'll have some yellowtail and some wasabi. I'm the Prince of Darkness, give me my sushi! Sharon! This is a picture of his wife's ass. Ozzy, don't do it! You get charged with manslaughter! With those fucking neighbors. Ugh. Classic fucking Osbournes back in the day. You could get it on one of the, what's that website called? The Madhouse, I think it's called the Madhouse. Something like that. Just look it up on Google. You can watch all the old Osbournes episodes and some extra stuff. So, I get to watch it and it's fun. And then you get the Osbournes podcast on YouTube. Always fun. Speaking of the Osbournes, Kelly Osbourne and her beautiful son, Sydney. Well, Daddy Dearest got into a pyro accident, burned like half his body. Oy. It was like I felt like I'm watching James Hetfield get lit up like he's the torch at the Olympic ceremony. Holy crap! So I think he was playing with he does this thing in the middle. I think it's during Duality where he takes the bat, lights it on fire, and also smashing the freaking kettle thing, and then he lights it underneath. I think I don't know what actually happened. I know he was in the hospital with I don't know what degree burns he had, but I know his arms were like this. His face was a little bit messed up, but he got burned, and he got burned bad. I don't know if that bad, but I'm just saying his arms were all in adhesive, all wrapped up and everything. He looked like not a mummy per se, but and then freaking Kelly, I mean, you savage beast, freaking goes on Instagram and plays different songs with fire in it. I'm like, come on. And Sid Wilson's he's laying down sleeping like a zombie. And Kelly's like, and we see all the songs like "Let Me Stand Next to Your Fire" by Jimi Hendrix. I was waiting for the Doors to come out. Come on, baby, light my fire. I mean, come on, dude, Kelly, come on. If that was me, I would get on my Instagram like, "You son of a bitch! I want a divorce!" No, I'm kidding. Can't get enough of that hot air. Anyway, but that's just savage. I mean, but I hope Sid Wilson gets better. I don't know if the Slipknot tour, the 25 years of Slipknot, the first album, that tour is canceled now because Sid Wilson's pyro incident, or fire incident per se, not pyro, but well, I guess you can call it pyro because wrestling uses fire, so just a freak accident. It happens. It happens. But I don't think Sid is going to use fire ever again. But he's sick in the head, so next time he won't burn his arms and his neck and near his face area. He'll probably burn his face right off. Live to tell about him. That's his new mask. Okay, that was mean. I'm sorry, but anyway, blah 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 blah. All right, so Stokely tells us the food that yells at the fans and says the food here sucks. Well, I mean, there are Burger Kings and McDonald's in London, so go over there. Well, go try to find the nearest Applebee's and get some chicken tendies. I wonder when Dom and Liv Morgan go to London, they get chicken tendies. I assume they do, but Dom is a chicken tender. Yeah, that's what he is. He's a nugget. He's not like Owen Hart. I am not a nugget. I'm a black heart. Damn it. Ugh. My nose is so big I can smell the coffee in Brazil. Something like that. Alright, moving on. Alright, after that, we get a full history, great freaking segment here, and breakdown of the Toni Storm Darling! Toni Storm, Mariah May feud, narrated by Ben Makowitz, the cinema guy. Let's make cinema. I cannot wait for that match. That's probably going to be the match of the night. Or amongst the other matches, but I really think that match is going to be so freaking good and so climactic, anticlimactic. I mean, is Mina Shirakawa going to show up during the match? Who knows? We're going to get more surprises, like Luther shows up. So I haven't seen him in a while. I think Mina's going to show up near the end and pretty much, like what Mariah May did again with Toni and Mina, where Toni won, obviously, which sucked. Mina's like, I pledge my allegiance to both of you. And then we had the triple kiss of hotness. But now that Mariah pretty much turned on Tony and Mariah's like in the middle here, I'm like, oh, I don't know. I think Mina's gonna cost Tony Storm the title tomorrow, and Mariah's gonna get the belt, obviously, because we all know that's gonna happen. Because it's in her hometown. Well, home country, I should say. Not hometown, home country. Mariah's gonna get the win. Mina's gonna join her. Reform Club Venus. Even though higher-ups are saying, do not make out with her. Why? Why can't a hot English chick basically get it on, well, not get it on, but, kiss a hot Asian chick? I mean, come on. We see that all the time on TV. Oh, you can't do that. Why? We said so. Fuck you. If some of the higher-ups that I got TBS and TNT told me that shit, I'm like, fuck you, man. I'm like, I'm gonna freaking have simulated sex in the ring with Mina Shirakawa. I'm gonna give a fuck. Grabbing that ass, grabbing those titties, and just making out like it's Edge and Lita back in the Ruthless Aggression era. But more hyped and more sexy, of course. Mina be like, I know you long time! You suck your dick! But you don't have to tell me twice. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so we get that. Great segment there. 5 out of 5 right there. Speaking of 5. Match number 5. Big Cass. He's 7 foot tall and you can't teach that. With Jericho on commentary and Brian Keith, the Bad Apple. He takes on the Send for the Man. Well, he's sleeping. Hook. Hook, One-Eyed Willie, got his eye, well, not patched up. He's like adhesive tape. That stupid freaking adhesive tape that all the wrestlers use on their elbows and shit. And their back. He has it on his eye. And I'm like, why did Big Cass just like grab it and yank it out? I hope Jericho does that tomorrow. It's gonna be sick, but I'm like, I like it. Rip the entire eye out. They just like grab his eyeball, like, ooh, look at eyeball. See, Seth Rollins, that's how you do it. Oh, don't get me started with that fucking eye for an eye match at Extreme Rules 2021. God damn. The worst match next to the zombie match with, what was it, Damian Priest and MJF, when all the zombies were like lumberjacks. That was dumb. That was more dumb than that fucking eye for an eye match with Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio, where Rey lost his one of his good eyes. I mean, come on. That's the Vince McMahon dumb era. I mean, making those stupid matches. I mean, God forbid, now that Hunter's in charge of creative, he does something stupid like that. You do something stupid like that, like, you know I'm gonna have Blue Chew on the pole match. And then Vince Russo comes, yo, bro, we can't do that, bro. That's freaking gimmick infringement, bro. I invented that with a Viagra on a pole match, bro. You're just trying to one-up me with Blue Chew, which is basically the same thing, bro. And then Hunter's like, fuck you, Russo. But you know, Hunter, wrestling, somewhere, some stupid promotion would do something stupid like that. Ladies and gentlemen, this match is scheduled for one fall. And this is a Blue Chew on a pole match. The first person to get the Blue Chew wins the match. It doesn't even have to take it. But it is what it is. But it is. That's that. Blue Chew used to be our sponsor, but back in the day, But as always, our sponsor is the Men's Warehouse. So, fuck Blue Chew. We all know who uses it. Right, Jerry? Because you can't get it up for the ladies, I heard. He thinks he's great. He's not. JD's a schmuck. That's pretty much all I gotta say about that. He can still kick that other guy, that other clickbaiter's ass, but that's another story. But hey, don't look now. The Mets might be coming back against you there, JD. I hope you get knocked out of the playoffs. Not even the race for the playoffs. I know the final series is in Atlanta, and I hope it doesn't come down to those 3 games. I hope not. I want the Mets to be so far ahead in the 3rd wild card, or even have to look at the Braves. It wouldn't even matter. That's that. Anyway, Big Cass and Hook, one-on-one. Jericho on commentary. Somehow, someway, Hook was getting the shit beat out of him, but he got a couple moves in. And then, Big Cass being a savage is like Taz would do. Good thing Taz was not there. But anyway, we're getting a Northern Lights suplex, and then by Big Cass, some more boos, and then Brian Keith tries to get in, gets hit with an exploder by Hook, and then Big Bill with a goozle, and the fans were loving him. They're like, "Fuck you, Hook." But Hook avoids a choke slam, goes for a chop. And, no, I think Big Cass goes for a chop. Hook locks in the red rum, like a jumping red rum, and then Big Cass is like, the referee's like, what do you want? You want to give up? And then Big Cass I'm like, come on. And the fans hated it. They were about to fucking riot. And Jericho's like, what? And then Siobhan's like, yay, he won! Mark. But it is what it is. So tomorrow we got for the FTW title, Hook versus Jericho. If Hook loses, he can never challenge Jericho again. So, you're out of here. I think Hook's gonna win for the 3rd or 4th time with that stupid belt that's not even a belt. It's a fucking little trinket, as Shane Douglas would say. It's a trinket to the franchise. That's that. Alright. That match I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, there we see Jack Perry, Mr. Scapegoat Jack Perry, in a vignette, says the TNT title looks different to how Darby remembers it, because Jack Perry basically took the TNT title, ripped it apart, and made a new belt, all in black and a little bit of red. Looks pretty damn nice to me. And he says, Darby, you are unworthy of this new belt. This belt symbolizes the sacrifices I made for the company, for the greater good. And he says, Darby, if you plan to close the lid on that coffin, this is a coffin match tomorrow, the only way that will happen is if I'm dead inside of it. Whoa. It's gonna be barbaric tomorrow. I hope we see real glass. Maybe some fire would be nice, but it's gonna be barbaric. Bloody as fuck. I mean, well, I wouldn't say pack a lunch. Don't even eat lunch during that match. Because you might... the mushroom barley soup will probably come up during the match. Shit. But anyway, moving on. Alright, then we get Arya Daivari. And by the way, I give that Jack Perry segment 3.25 out of 5 stars. And then we get Arya Daivari coming out, representing the Premier Athletes. Chastises the crowd for not having a Premier Football team. Then says Wills needs a national hero they can all, cheer for. And that man is me! They boo, and then out comes J-E-F-F-J-A-R-E-T. That's Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett comes out with his wife, Karen Jarrett, to a big ovation. Jeff Jarrett gets the win with a stroke. Fans were loving it. He did the strut, and the fans are like, woo! They were loving it. That was great. Match itself stunk, but still. 10-minute match, and I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. After that, we get a nice video package for the undefeated Hologram, who's 5-0 since making his debut 5 weeks ago, pretty much. four one-on-one matches, all wins, and then he won a tag team match with Darby. So there's 5. So we'll see what happens with him as we move on. Alright, then we get the 10-man tag being the final 0-hour match, so making it a 11-match card. I still think there's going to be an extra match added in. It's a 2-hour pre-show. Well, you shouldn't even have a 2-hour pre-show. It should be 12-1 with those 2 matches right there, and then just hype videos and maybe some interviews. Like the old days. But Tony Khan doesn't believe in that shit. We get 2-hour pre-shows with 55 matches, and then a 5-hour pay-per-view. I can only imagine how long Wrestle Dream is gonna be in October. I can only imagine. Then we got Full Gear in November. I don't even know what date it is. I think between the 9th, the weekend of the 9th and the weekend of the 16th. Like right before, a couple weeks before. It's a couple weeks before Thanksgiving. So I know. Well, we got Crown Jewel November the 2nd. I think it's the weekend after that. So I think it'd probably be November the 10th or maybe the 9th. But we got that. So we got that. By the way, quick programming note. Collision will be live next week at its regularly scheduled time. So right after Bash a Million, get a couple hours. Maybe get a little rest. Maybe have something to eat. And then get ready for Collision at 8 o'clock on TNT. But the following week, September the 6th, will be a double show. We got Collision and Rampage. I probably would think both are live. Because Collision's going to be in Chicago. And Rampage will be in Chicago because All Out is in Chicago. You following along? Good. That's pretty much it. Moving on. Alright, so we got that. So that's the programming note. So September the 6th, Collision and SmackDown going head-to-head. SmackDown's final show on Fox. Probably get a big rating. Collision probably get like 200,000. At least Rampage would be going up against nothing. So Rampage will be probably live from 10 to 11. Not that. Well, then we got that. And then September the 7th I think beginning at 7. I don't know when the pre-show will be. The 0-hour pre-show for All Out. Got that. And then I think the main show starts at 7 or 8. So let's see what happens with that. Not gonna be a great. I mean, it's just basically gonna be a couple of rematches. Besides Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander in a stipulation to be named match for the CMLL Women's Championship. Probably have some rematches, with like a week build. A week and a half build, and that's it. And then after that, they're going to focus mainly on Grand Slam coming up at the end of September. And then 2 weeks after that is Wrestle Dream 2, which will probably be Bryan Danielson' final match. Or at least his send-off. But no, that's probably gonna be his last match. Probably against Nigel McGuinness or against maybe the Hangman Adam. Well, I don't know about that, but we'll see. We'll talk about that in a little bit. All right. So we get to the main event. Top Flight and Lio Rush taking on Claudio, William Yuta, and the Bastard Pac. Got a big reaction from the hometown crowd. Lots of flippy dippity doos. Just under basically a 13-minute match. The Blackpool Cup Club of Claudio and William Yuta basically hit the KRS-One, and then Pac goes up top, hits the Black Arrow. 1, 2, 3. They're the final team in the London ladder match with the Bang Bang Gang, the House of Black, and the Patriarchy. So that's that. Good match. 3 out of 5 stars. That's it. Then after the match, Christian and Nick Wayne's mom has got it going on. They come out. Basically, Christian tells Cardiff to shut up while he conducts some business. congratulates all three winners, but says, well, it's no secret I am the godfather of the ladder matches. Well, you are with Edge and the Hardys and the Dudleys, back of the Ruthless Aggression and the Attitude Era. He says, so he goes, here's some friendly advice for you guys. You have to have eyes in the back of your head. So that was a setup because Luchasaurus and Nick freaking Wayne come out to attack. Then the Patriarchy delivers some chair shots, but then the Bang Bang Gang can't come out. Juice Robinson and the Ass Boys, they come out, and then the Guns pull out some tables, not Japanese tables, but set them up at ringside. Then the lights go out. Sabu! No, not Sabu, not Sting, not even Adam Cole, baby, but the House of Black show up. They go to the ring, and they walk past the Bang Bang Gang, and go right into the face of the Patriarchy, because of what they did to Buddy Matthews. And then Malachi Black goes head-to-head right after Christian. The Guns have to pull him back, and then they start fighting. Then we got a Pier 6 brawl. Buddy and Austin go the last ones in the ring, spill to the floor to join everybody else on the ramp, and the referees and agents and security trying to get this mess cleaned up. The fans chanting AEW all in. So great ending to Collision, and that's pretty much it. As the Patriarchy get backed up the rank, back up the ramp. I say that 5 times fast. As they go off the air. That's it. All right, so pretty good show for AEW this week, and I'm gonna give it 7.25 out of 10 stars. But let me know what you guys thought of the show in a comment down below. You can do your own video if you want. Whatever. But that's pretty much it. So we're pretty much now 8 hours and 59 minutes away from the start of All In. So after I do my predictions, I'm gonna grab a little nightcap. Well, not a nightcap per se. I'm gonna get a couple hours sleep. Get up, have some breakfast. Chilio, breakfast with the Queen. So we're gonna do that, and then get ready at 1 p.m. Eastern Time for All In 3. It should be good. I will do my review tomorrow night. I don't know what time tomorrow night, depending on what time I get home from Sunday dinner and everything. Blah 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 blah. But I will be doing my All In review tomorrow night on my Peter Joseph channel. So stay tuned. Please hit the bell, and that's pretty much it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and all my other channels as well. Got a couple of new subscribers, whether it be fake or new. Thank you for the free view and a free sub. But that's that. We're at 612 subscribers right now. Hopefully we'll, but I'm hoping by the end of the year we'll get close to 650 subs. And we'll see what happens with that. And that's pretty much it. And well, we'll see. I take each day as it comes, and whatever amount I end up with this year, we just carry over to next year. And that's that. 1 second, guys. I'm gonna sneeze. Ugh, allergies kicking my ass. This is the summertime, so. All right. So once again, 7.25 out of 10 stars for Collision. And we got All Out tomorrow. You mother. My allergies are kicking in. I'm sorry about that, guys. Anyway, so we got that. So enjoy All In tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow night with your All In review. Talk about the show. Some surprises might happen. Bobby Lashley might be there. Ricochet might be there. Shelton Benjamin, MVP. Jamie Hayter might come back. Hey, maybe we'll see an Adam Cole sighting. I don't know. But should be a great show. Hopefully it's great and it really puts Bash and Berlin, on their heels. It's only a 5-match card for Bash and Berlin right now. Might be an added match next week, but we'll see. Make it a 6-match card. On a 2.5, 3-hour show. Not bad. But we got that. Then we got NXT No Mercy next Sunday. So Labor Day weekend is going to be full of wrestling. We got college football. as well. And that's it. So that's that. Alright, let me get to my predictions video, and then I'm going to call it a night. Thanks for watching, everybody. And until next time, if you're not down with that, well, I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. That's it. Remember it, because it's going to be embedded in your brain until the day you die and in the afterlife. And then when you get reincarnated, it'll still be embedded in your brain. And that's all I got to say about that. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Peace.